When things start to get a little rough in your life, you may start to feel as though you were handed a bad hand in the card game of life. And then you may look out at the other players and say, they were given a better hand than me, and my life is just in shambles, and I wish I had the life that they had. A lot of times we tend to think that if somebody else has a better hand, the grass must be greener on the other side. Now, let's talk about that. The grass being greener on the other side. Here's a scenario. You have a next door neighbor, and your next door neighbor's yard is completely torn up. There's no grass, but there's all dirt. And then a company comes along and they smoothing out that dirt. They cut along the lines of the concrete real fine to make it look decent. And then here comes a truck from up the street with the company name Grassy Knoll Company. The people step out the truck and they start to lay columns of grass in your neighbor's yard. Then you walk over there and you say, man, that is some really nice looking grass. Is that Kentucky blue? And your neighbor continues to say, yes, that's Kentucky bluegrass. Man, that grass looks really nice. Way better than my grass. But is their grass better than yours? Because their yard was just created? Or is your yard better than theirs because your yard is natural? A lot of the times, what's made up is not good for you, and what's real is good for you. That's probably why organic food costs so much money, because it's good for you. But in the path of life and in the way of life and in many different understandings of life, we are consistently told that we need Kentucky bluegrass to fit in, and that our natural grass is not enough. So it will push the conversation of, is the grass greener on the other side? My answer, no. The grass is not greener on the other side because it's made up. It's not natural grass. If you naturally have Kentucky bluegrass, that's great. But if you had to have it placed in your yard to make it look better, that's not great. And I'm using these two things as a metaphor. Of course, we would all love to have a beautiful yard, garden to our perfection. But as we look at life, we had to accept the yard we already have and plant flowers, trees, and other things that we want to plant inside our yards of life so that we have a more fulfilling way of life. And accept the fact that our grass is better even though it's not greener. Thank you.